Yeah,
Is
mate.
that you, Lettz?
Yeah, man. Respect.
Oh, the trigger the panelists. Is that you? Yeah, it's you.
It's only one left,
Can you hear
man.
me?
What's cracking? I was just listening to see what go on, but you said come up, so I just come up and see what go on.
Fucking, they're all trying to say that I'm this back chat doxer fucking guy.
What
You know what? I'll fucking show you. I'm not even asked. I'll change my passwords.
last I heard, you're just saying some home truths about Axel. That's the last I know. I don't know the ins and outs. But I was having a laugh though.
There you go. They're all mine there right now. Every single one of them that will be connected to StreamYard. Fact. Go and have a look. Go show them to show the fucking proof. What's going on, Let's you good, son?
Yeah, I'm good, mate, man. Just saying, how are you, man? Fucking chilling, mate.
It's fucking
Don't
shite,
see
innit?
what go on. I don't know. Like, I just jump into rooms, so I don't even know what the topic is. The senior live. Hey, what go
No,
on?
they're just chilling, lad. He's come in and said that this LR saying that I'm talking about babies and kids and that in the back chat. I've never done that in my life, spoke about fucking children on here in that way.
Somebody put a thing up as well. What you on about, Ella?
Come out and
Yeah,
said,
somebody put a thing up saying that something's coming out with Ella. I don't know what it is, though.
that it's me that went into Jaleese's back chat and started writing horrible, vile stuff. Well, I'll tell you what, go and ring the police, Jaleese. Hey, I'll give them any fucking interactions. They can get any link to your channel through my phones. I'm more than happy to pass all my devices over, love. Crack on. But I'll sit and roll them. I didn't like what Axel was saying about you the other day as well.
What was he saying? I don't see nothing. This is what I mean.
You and your lal and you and your kid. About you and this radiator and all that, lad. Take me notes, bro. I like you. I think you're alright.
No, he's been saying that for like over a year. He's just recycling what everyone else says, so I don't really mind about that.
Nah, you're alright. You give it. You
Just
give
more
it.
when people say shit, dad. When people say shit, dad. When do you see your son? I don't care about the radiator shit and the domestic violence incident. I care about my son on it.
See, that's the only thing that you need to say, that you only care about your son. That's, you know what, let's say, that's the best thing that you could say, mate, to be honest. You care about your son. If you don't see him, you don't see him, but you still care about him, don't you?
Yeah, and I don't care about an imaginary radiator that's not even there. You know what I mean?
Fuck them. Do they know you? Have they met you?
I wouldn't want to.
You wouldn't want to, would you? You wouldn't want to meet individuals like this on YouTube that talk shit. They're fucking sad, very fucking sad individuals, lad.
Yeah, Stephen Red Shaw's chatting shit because he said at 0121, where you from? So obviously, you know where 0121 is, mate. Birmingham.
Fucking right round there. I was in jail with a good lad, a couple of lads from Birmingham, M5 and A1 and that, man. Good kids.
A1.
A1, honest to God. Knox, in that gang round there, you know, the Birmingham town centre.
Yeah.
The run there. That's their territory.
I'm just wondering if you're on about the same A1 that I know.
Big
but
lad.
There's a few A1s, you know, people use names and they all got the same names, but there is one A1 I know.
I was in jail with him. He was a rapper. Fucking done, what's he doing? I think he's doing 22 for murder.
Oh, nah, that's someone else then. What jail, though? What jail?
Dearballs?
Where?
It was only Dearballs, Wales.
I haven't heard of that stuff.
Up in the northeast. Fucking good lad. I got on with him. I used to play pool with him, mate. Good kid. I'm a you to the Steve is you to all this. He's from my end. Good lad. Very good lad. So what's been the lowdown, Let's? What's been going on with you, kid?
Cool, mate, man. Just been a bit stressed in that, man. Just trying to stay away from politics on YouTube and negative energy, you know what I mean?
Oh, lad, they'll just carry on and carry on and carry on.
Still trying to get on with daily life as well.
That's all you need to do. You know what? I've had a 2-week break and it's been fantastic. You know, I've sat and listened to a load of bullshit. I've sat and listened to fucking people talking about us. And I'm not even commenting. I'm not even watching like them daily. I'll just click on, and if someone's live, I'll have a half an hour, 40 minutes. And they just talk shit. All of them talk shit. Like I say to people, do they know you, let's personally? Has anyone on this platform ever met you?
Nah.
So why the fuck would you give a shit about anybody on here?
Yeah, it's true, man. It's true.
You know what I mean?
I just give a shit when people give a shit about me. That's all. I don't give a shit about them, but I give a shit that they're giving a shit about me because I'm not worth any shit. You know what I mean?
But you've got people that will just sit there and talk about you, and 9 times out of 10, let's say, it's people that haven't got a life, mate.
Yeah, I know. That's why I listen to you, innit? Because someone was saying yesterday, but you was brought up in the topic, but I wanted to say it. But as you said, sometimes you just observe shit. You get me? But it was like you know that Craxel better than anyone in it. You know what I mean?
I don't know. I'm like I've known him for. Sorry, I'm just giving
but you know his evil side. You probably had talks where you say we're gonna bring that person down because I used to see us both as the same. You know what I mean? Like Swamp Kings.
I won't lie. I won't lie about that. We have had topics, fucking talks about people, but I didn't want to bring fucking people down that don't deserve it. Well, that's me, let's, you know what I mean? That's me. 9 times out of 10, I really couldn't give a fuck about no one on this platform. If you're my mate, you're my mate. And I classed Axel as a friend. I really, really fucking did. My whole family fucking liked him. My mother said the only person in the whole entire life of me being on YouTube on this corner, the only person she could trust was Axel.
You know what it is with him though? I think like he is a good person, but what he wants from people lets him down in it. Like he wants to be liked. I can't explain it. He would sell you out and fucking block Andy B's channel just through jealousy. You know what I mean? That's what I think. So don't trust him in it. Like I used to see you as cool, but when you went back and forth, I used to think, you're even eviler than Axel, and Axel's the good guy. Then when I realized, and I just watch and analyze that we just said, you get me? I thought, fucking now, like he's the one that's a manipulator, and you would just probably say anything to go along with it. Like you're the man that would like go through the window in it and a bird blew or something. You know what I mean? Like
between me and him, let's right. I'll tell you exactly how it started, and he'll tell you this. I was only there realistically to help him get up to 500 subs. I've seen how he talked in his coffee mornings, and it was quite intellectual. It was quite knowledgeable. He's a knowledgeable lad, and I said to him, stick to your coffee mornings. And then we had the likes of G and Jimmy. So Jimmy was a lad that come on and tried out with me for fucking this lad called Venom that used to be around here years ago, before you were here. And I sat there and thought, right, he said, Jimmy come on and went, I've been waiting for this time. Hey, to out you, right? And I've sat there, right, with him. Me and Axel went through it. We sat there and we went through every single message, every comment that went into that group chat. I mean, basically, it was fuck all, really. It was a load of shit. And then it grew, and it grew, and it grew, and it grew, and it grew, right? And I was happy for him to get up to 1,000 subs. I was only meant to help him get up to like 500, you know, so he could get monetized and he could, like, push on, hit the algorithms. And then he turned on us. But in that time with me and him, there was Julian that got in the way. There was G&E. Anyone connected with G&E all got in the way. Know what I mean? Show your face, Si. 1 second, Si's in the back. Yeah, cuz. I'll dock you. And then it went from, how can I put it? It went from him going over to the likes of Northern King. And the reason me and Axel fell out was I told him straight, right, that Northern King is a woman abuser and he's vile towards women. And he kept on stating to me that, nah, Nah,
Mm.
and he wouldn't take no. And I kept on jumping on his panel. I said, "You're not but a fucking narcissist little cunt." And when it come out about Reedy, and then my cousin that lives round the corner, right, from Reedy, sent
Mm.
me a message, and I said, "What's going on here? What's going on? What's going on?" And then I heard that Reedy passed away. I said, "Message me cousin." I said, "What's happened?" He said it was suicide. So I messaged Axel. I said, "Reedy's killed his son."
I
Said
don't
in
even know how Reedy died, and this is what
killed
where
himself.
the lines
Suicide.
get drawn with me.
Suicide.
And I don't
Suicide.
know about what happened, but I don't want to talk about that. But carry on
No,
now.
but I'll keep on going. So, and I said to Axel, I messaged him. I said, "This lad's going to be the downfall of you." Not Reedy. I mean Northern King. I said he's going to be the downfall of you, right? And I
Mm.
kept on saying it and saying it. And he messaged me, "Well, do not bring it up. Do not bring it up. Do not bring it up." So I said, "Why are you sticking by a man, right? A man that's just been outed on YouTube for being a woman abusing cunt, right? And is fully responsible for what happened to Reedy because he had an obsession with GC." Now, at the time, GC and Northern King were in a little battle between one another. A little battle between one another. You know what
Mm.
I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then because I was giving it to Northern King, and Axel, and this is a known thing about Axel, he'll sit where the views are. If you look at any channel with over 100 subs that he gets on with, he'll sit on that panel and sit on there so he gains the subs. That's a fact. Right. Right. And then carrying on, I turned against him. I found out he was in with the likes of Emma Cochran, Jimmy, and the rest of them. So I fucked him off because I knew Northern King was in there as well. And I've got the messages where I've said it to people. I can't speak to him. I can't talk to him. I'm not that kind of guy. If you want to come and sit in my chat, you can go and sit in anybody else's chat. I'm not going to take a fucking heed about it, right? And then I've watched him recently putting a load of blame onto me for things that I have not done, right? And then he's talked about my family, right? They're trying to get retaliations out of me. He even said this to me, right? And this is a fact that I pick my fights carefully on YouTube, which I do, right? I wouldn't dare go and argue for fucking nobody on here apart from myself. And then all of a sudden, for him being monetized, he's just trying to sit there and cause arguments. So the traction comes to his channel, which anybody can see, right? But he is an intellectual kind of guy. But the way the people on here that have helped him out, right, with his mental health, with money, they were going to put a roof over his head, and for him to turn on people that he did respect. Now, I know what he's trying to do. He's trying to bring Northern
He
King
says
back.
it all, what he said to Andy, like he's meant to be his mate and he's always on his panel and jumping on and having his sixpence to talk. But then when he's pissed off, he calls him the grape word. You get me? But my point is that I was told that it was him and it does come across with his character like you're talking about. That probably is someone that struck Andy, the one that he's on the panel with. He's got like a
Yeah.
dark side in it. Like, you get me?
Oh,
Like, I can't explain it.
All fucking mental.
he's got a real twisted side to him. That's no word of a lie, right? Real truth
If
seeker
you can
to
do
put it
Andy
out
over
there.
like that, that's mad hatred, isn't it? Because, you know what I mean?
Well,
Andy always says he's going
I
to shut his stream and jump over to his.
I watched him, Let's, today post a clip about Andy, and I'm thinking, well, that's meant to be your mate. You wouldn't put clips like out if it was your mate. You
See, I
know,
ain't
this
seen it.
crackhead being in his house. And I'm thinking, well, where's the morals between you there? Then there's a money issue between everyone. He's been financed off everyone on YouTube, right? I couldn't give a monkey's who's getting paid what or donations are going where, right? I couldn't care less, to be honest, because anyone who's on here, I hope you all don't pay your TV licenses, by the way, but people do. So why can't people donate money to anyone on YouTube to watch a bit of entertainment? And that's where I think the likes of Andy that puts a good shift in on here for people to sit in his chat. But you can't come out speaking about social services. You can't come out speaking about kids, people's families, people's loved ones, because it's coming out of your mouth. Know what I mean, Lex? It's that simple.
Yeah.
You're
It's just
responsible
so
for what you
simple
say
to
on
just,
here.
yeah, exactly. This is why it's so simple. Because when I first started, I don't know if it's changed. You've been here for years, innit? I've only been here for like a year. Before, everything that got clipped was me saying, suck your mum, this and that, but not like the full thing that made me say it. But now, everyone has to be accountable in it. So if you're jumping on the big bad internet and you say something, don't want it, just you have to own it in it. I own
Oh, yeah.
everything I say. I've never said anything in a different name or account. Everything that I say is let's. You get me?
That's what I'm saying. It's like I've just had it tonight. People saying that I'm this Grant Mitchell account. Well, PP's just put it out on his community page. Good time I've changed all my fucking passwords and shit. But there's my account. So I won't hide. I have fucking 46 accounts, all in the Cumbrian truth, man.
Yeah, but my point is though that this is what I say about why I separate myself from the cloth and the tables and the gangs. You get me? Because with me, like if someone's pissed me off, I tell them that they pissed me off, but I wouldn't come back as someone else to piss them off. I wouldn't have a different account to come back with the argument I had on a different account with a different name to like piss off the person and make their day bad. Like, have a good day. You pissed me off yesterday. Have a good day today. I'm not trying to come as anyone else. I come as myself, and then you see let's, and it's like, yeah, whatever I'm saying, but I wouldn't do it on something else. You get me? 'Cause I'm not trying to fuck anyone's life up. You know what I mean?
Mm. I'm not trying to do that myself, to be honest. I'm enjoying the gaming at the minute. I
Yeah, that was
actually
the
am
wrong
enjoying
word.
the
That was the
gaming at
wrong
the
word.
minute.
Yeah.
And this corner's dead. It's dead. It's not what it used to be. This corner used to be fucking good. Very, very fucking good. And all you got at minute is people talking about people's fucking kids constantly. Putting the blame onto everybody else, being victim claiming, being sad, like proper sadist, proper narcissism. You've got the lot. You've got the lot. And it's fucking horrible to watch, eh? It actually is horrible to watch.
Now you grew on me over like Christmas times and that. To be fair,
I,
and that. Then I
to be
realized
honest,
like you do know Actor. You know what I mean? And then I started to realize that Axel's a bit like thinks he is. Like he's a user and abuser in it. So I felt like you was getting used and abused, and I always stick up for the people. I go against the bullies and stick up for the people that think they're bad. You
I've
know what I mean?
let him. I've let him. I've let him talk to me like shit, just to gain views. We've proven people that we can have fake arguments and all that. I've proved a lot of things with this lad, and I've proved down the line that it doesn't matter what you say on here. It doesn't matter what you do. You are responsible for what you say and what you do. No one else can be to blame.
Exactly. Unless you're being a ghoster and saying it like a little, what's it called, like a little squirrel, and then just
Mhm.
pulling what you're saying in text form in a different name. That's the only thing I don't
Yeah,
like. I just stand on everything I say. I
and
won't be somebody else to get a message across. I'll never be scared to say what I want to say and say it as someone else. You know what I mean?
it's the best way, bro. It's the best way to be.
Say what,
Yeah,
sorry, bro.
Tracy's defo PayPal Axel only seen mods on Andy's earlier, and Tracy message saying she tried to donate to Axel. The mess got deleted quick. Axel was mod. Wow, bad that, you know. What's happening, Cheeky Chops? You good? What's happening, Si?
Yeah,
What's been going on, bro?
fuck all that. Should be quiet.
Fucking
Fucking
shite, man.
Jack was a job interview there.
What, you sacked it off?
Aye.
Well, come.
Because they want us to fucking break an asbestos roof up without any protection and all. No
Fuck
mattresses, fuck
that.
all.
Fuck that.
No.
Fucking, I'm starting up my own business, man.
Right, my own.
What you doing, decorating?
Painting and roofing.
Get them.
Exterior painting, though. You know, like outside houses and that.
Ah, that's what I want to do. It's coming up to summer, innit?
So is that what you're doing, CT, as well? What you say
Oh,
you're
yeah.
doing a business? Yeah.
That's what I want to do. That's what I set up my own business and that. It's a way forward, man. There's more work out there. There's more work out there with like people like in my local area, that can't afford to get a full house done, can't afford to get rooms done, doors and all that. And if you can do it on the cheaper, just under cost price, you're going to make a mint.
Yeah,
Like
do that.
I bet you walk around the council estates and look at some houses and you go, it's in the state of that, You know, them bagheads who they all fucking smoke smack and then they come off smack and you think, oh, I want to sort my life out, I'll get my household done up. They're the people you want to capitalise on.
You're a psychologist a bit.
It's the best fucking
I had
way.
a chance though, innit? I had a chance, but I'm going to be back on road soon. But I had the chance though, man, to like set up a business plan, but because I was so busy working and up and down, I didn't do it. But I wanted to go into like waste disposal or get a van and just offer to like take people's rubbish. Yeah, man. But I used to do it when I was young. I used to do it when I was young.
You know the best thing that someone taught me the other day, like, see these people, obviously you recycle, don't you? Well, I hope you do. Right. So you've got, if you can put out, like, if you can get a bin and you can get an alloy, like a person, like, you know, these cans are all made of aluminum. And you want to see the price of aluminum, it goes right through the fucking roof, mate. Right? So if you go around,
aluminium, it's called. Americans call it aluminum.
Aluminum. It's aluminum. No, but if you get them and you squash the can,
American roof instead of fucking Cumbrian roof.
You shut your mouth, you. You shut your mouth, you. I'll put you. Hey lads, how comes you're not watching England playing on ITV with a few cans? I didn't even know England was fucking playing.
I've got it at the top of my screen. I heard they're playing, but I'm on like a talking, socialising thing tonight. But it says 0-0, so I know it's probably a shit game. Can't be arsed.
I'll watch it on ITVX after this.
You know what I mean?
Who are playing?
Who are they playing?
Ukraine, I think, or something.
Oh,
no, Uruguay.
Uruguay. Fucking hard team, you know.
Yes, I think Suarez starting as well. Suarez was starting. What I've heard.
Is he still playing him?
Yeah, that's what I mean. I couldn't believe it.
Do you ever get to the games in that, Lettz?
No, mate, man. I've only been to Everton games. My solicitors used to work, have shares in Goodison Park before it moved. So I was able to go there for free. But I've only went there twice. Watched them versus Chelsea, captain's table, dinner before the match.
Sick, in the box. Isn't it?
You know what I mean? But that's the only matches I've been to, though. I've never been to a football match.
So you Everton, Let's it.
I'm Man U, but just coincidentally.
Can we kick him off the panel now, man? Kick him off the panel now.
It's just a coincidence that my solicitors were from Liverpool, innit? David Phillips. They did I think they did like some big murder case in the 90s, but them are the solicitors I used to use to get people compo for car crashes, you get me?
Let's on the schemes, eh? God, son. Glory hunter. Proper glory hunter.
Nah, I'm straight Man U though now. I support Stoke City. Moved to Brum, supported Aston Villa. Then found Man United as an adult. You know what I mean?
They're doing well. They're doing right well this season, like. Since Carrickway.
I used to like Villa, but now they're the ups. I just want them to lose now, innit? But it's funny because I'm only around Villa fans, innit?
Aye, you will be. Fucking. If I weren't a Tottenham fan, I think I would be a Villa fan, like.
Ash.
Yo.
Do you believe in Jesus?
William's a Villa fan. Sorry, mate. Carry on.
Do you believe in Jesus, Ash?
Just start reading the Bible.
Yeah, you know something. You don't want to do that, you know.
You know what? I've started reading passages, right? I've read the Quran. And then
I burn it, but like.
Oh no, I read it. You know, I was on basic in jail, and they wouldn't give us now to read. So my mate said, "Do you want to read the Quran?" So he's come up, and it was like wrapped in a towel. So I've opened it. I thought, "What the fuck's this?" So I'm there reading it, and I kept on reading it, and you know what? There is some good passages in there, but there's a lot
Did
of
it make
shit.
sense here? This is a
Yeah,
great topic, innit? Because I ain't read the Quran. You get me?
I'll
But my
tell you
brother's a
what.
Muslim, but I only went to church, so I'm more like just Christian. But,
I knocked about with the Muslims in the jail.
I'm Christian. I'm
mm.
born again.
Fucking sorry, I'm just changing all my passwords.
What you say, though? You're not around with the Muslims in jail.
I'm knocked around. I used to cook with them in jail, so I used to cook every day in the jail, and like I was learning when you're down in the southern jails. I was down in Doncaster. They're all run. 99% of the jails Muslim, so you get to talking to them, and then there was a lad called Ozzy, and he was telling me all about it. You know, when you're just sitting over the banister like that, and you're just having a crack, and he said this to us. He goes, "If you read the Quran, nah, did it fuck? Did it fuck?" But I'm not a religious guy. I'm not a religious man. I don't believe. I don't. I
Jesus
do
Christ
not
all the way,
believe in
like.
no. Don't believe in any religion. I think
Jesus
all
is
religion.
the way, the truth, and the life. No one
Yeah,
gets the
but
Father through it better through whom?
yeah, but
John
with the
3:16.
I've said this with the Quran, right? There's only one copy of the Quran. Look at how many copies of the Bible there is.
Yeah, it's just been translated in different languages. Right? Can you show us where Muhammad was buried?
You know what I've been
California,
thinking though lately?
Right?
Me being a black man from
You couldn't show
England.
me where
Go on, sorry.
Jesus was buried because he rose from the dead.
Nah, but you know what makes me think mad about making it like Christian Muslim? I was
Yeah.
brought up in like English, so Jesus is white, went to church. You get me? So when I'm
Yeah.
thinking of like Jerusalem, all of that stuff, it was just a name in my head. But when I see all this war that's going on, and where it's going off, like it's raw from like the place where Jesus is meant to be from, like Jerusalem,
it is,
fucking the Middle East, and that. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
that's what I don't get that though, right? Because Jesus, if you actually think about it, Jesus was born in the Middle East.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
He
So
died in the Middle East.
that's why when Muslims are telling me turn to Allah, bro, I don't turn because I'm straight whatever I am and I'm not religious. But they say turn to Allah, but I always have that in my head. Like it does make sense because all this wars that's been going on, the oil, what's been taken, it's all from where they're saying Jesus was born, and they all got big beards like Jesus. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Like you know, but you look on the platform. Listen to this though. Listen to this though. You've got us that are like, let's just say we're at the bottom of the food chain. Then you've got celebrities. Then you've got world leaders. Then you've got like the likes of the kings and the queens and the presidents. And then you've got the Rothschilds. You've got the what's the other one called?
Yeah, I know what you mean.
The other one, and then you've got
Bilderbergs.
aye, and then you've got what is it called? The Baba at the top. It's all
I
run.
heard of that. I heard of that one.
It's all run, right? This war that's going on in the Middle East right now. It's basically a religious war, right, between all of the different countries. And there's a book called Nostradamus, and it predicts all the future. Worth getting. Right.
Listen, I'm going to go on. You carry on, then I'll go after that because it's great that you just mentioned Nostradamus.
Because people predict what's going to happen. Now, if you read Nostradamus and you look at what's been said in there, it's all run by politicals. It's all run by hierarchy, and it's within the system and the system Masons. That's another one, and it's run by. You've got someone at the top. It's a big pyramid scheme, really. Really is. It's just run by the hierarchy.
Easy to predict. It's not like Nostradamus was called like psychic. He's psychic and predict the future. All he was someone like a Tony Blair in a government. Know what the future plans are with mankind, like for the next, let's say, 10, 20 years, and predict what's going to happen. From the year 2001, I knew that China was going to be connected to Russia, but I couldn't connect it at that time. But there's all
Yeah,
that
man.
shit out there in it. You know what I mean? So it's easy to predict once you're in the power. It's not. It's not you being psychic saying 2012 the world's going to end. You know what I mean?
Well, if
That's
you
what it
look at
was, isn't it?
if you,
Nostradamus was saying the world's going to end in 2012. You know what I
well,
mean?
I'll tell you what he did predict, and this is crazy. And I read this in the book in the time in the jail was he was 5 days out of the Queen dying.
What do you mean?
So if you read Nostradamus' book too, it's got certain dates what's going to happen, right? And on the date of when the Queen was going to die, he actually predicted it, but he was 5 days out of when the Queen was meant to die.
Cool.
That's what I mean.
That's an actual fact, that is. And I was gobsmacked. And you know what? When I mentioned that when I worked in the library in jail, I've never watched so many lads take that book out. And it was one of the shit hottest books in Diabald Dale at the time.
Never read the book, so never read it.
It's worth getting. Any library's got it. It's fucking fantastic. One of the best books. But there's something else that I'm one of these for all these conspiracies and that.
I didn't know you was like that. This is what I'm like, innit? I've got loads of things I want to say, but I'm trying to be patient.
The shit hottest bit of conspiracy I've seen is from The Simpsons.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That is fucking crazy. That is. They've got Donald Trump walking down the escalator. They said that Donald Trump will be assassinated. Will be assassinated if this world war goes on. And I watched that on Instagram the other day, and I went, "Wow."
Yeah, there's loads of things in The Simpsons, man. Even a dome episode, the special one, and that's kind of makes it like, is there a flat Earth, a dome over?
That was
that's another rabbit hole.
This says in the Bible as a ferment. What's it called? It begins with F. Like it's like a glass thing around the world that keeps oxygen.
Well, it's like the ice wall in
Antarctica. I feel like we're in a dome. Of
course we are.
But I won't go into it though. But yeah.
No, you speak. You've got free speech on your left.
Nah, like even like flight live 24. If you download that, you see all like that. My cousin called me, and for time she kept calling me like, "Oh, you know that England's under attack. There's this tank driving through London." I'm like, "What the fuck you on about?" I'm just ignoring her. But then obviously it takes a lot for me to like take in. So then I started listening in it. So I downloaded the Flight 24. And then I had my own view of the Earth, like whether it's flat Earth or what. The flights, sorry bro. The flights
no, that
all
the word
go
you
a
were
certain
looking
way.
for is there in the chat.
You know when you catch it, you know when like you catch a plane, like you always have to go different places and that you don't just go direct. And then you got certain, she was saying you can see like tanks, which is on land, and you can see that on Flight 24, whatever it's called. But you see the other ones that just go straight up to like towards the North Pole. They're the only ones that fly straight. So what is up the North Pole? You know what I mean? Like everywhere else goes to you can't get to Australia straight away. You got to go to Thailand first. And you have to do detours in the sky. You get me? But there's certain planes, which is military, that just go in a straight line, and you can monitor which planes are doing the diagonals and which ones are going. Download Flight 24, man. You'd be amazed if you haven't seen it.
How do I?
I'll think that after that, like, because I've always said about this ice wall in Antarctica, and I'm like, when you watch all that myth there, so you've got. I think the world's like, I think it's just flat. I think it's just flat because you can't go up and over. You can't go under and under and over that way. But you're always in a flat line. You're always going that way or you're going that way. So what's at the top and what's at the fucking bottom? Because it's a not-white zone,
yeah. And also, I always think about satellites and that in it. So this is another one. I don't want to go into rabbit holes and that in it because I'm deep like this. But just things like with me, when I think like, okay, you got the sky, you got the stars, and they don't move, they stay there in it. But when you're flying, what was my point? Yeah, no, not even flying. That's going into another rabbit hole.
Stars don't even.
You know what I mean? But my point is the satellite. Now my point's the satellites. Could they say that we're a circle sphere? So that means Australia is underneath us, or we're underneath them, whatever way you want to put it. So how's the satellites still there when the Earth's spinning around at this speed? What they say?
That's a good question, because you look at the satellites. I always watch at NASA.
So that means in Australia, they're expecting us to think in Australia that the satellites are underneath them, but no, the satellites are above them. So that means that the Earth's flat. But I don't know how no one gets it. Carry on, no, bro. Sorry.
I actually couldn't believe witnessing a B-2 bomber
Hey,
flying.
I'm gonna go out.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
man.
get ready
I
for
love this
bed and that, eh?
conversation. Yeah, man.
Hey, what's that thing that app called? Flight 24?
Flight Live 24, something like that. But put it in like Play Store and something should come up, bro.
Yeah, man.
There's another one as
Good
well.
night,
There's a
lads.
submarine one as well. I need to find a submarine one. There's a
If
submarine one
you
as well
smash
where
that
it's
here,
underwater.
next time you're on the live, I'll cut you off, yeah?
Yeah,
If I find
do the
this guy,
sea
I'll
one.
send it to you.
Yeah, man.
Could
Right,
you
good night, lads.
Good
drill
night. Man.
through the earth?
Good night.
Can you remember the Russians tried to drill through the earth? And then this one's just said here, I found a B-2 bomber on flight 24. I actually can't believe witnessing a
Oh,
B-2
swear
bomber
down.
flying.
Oh, what's
What
it
the
called? Yeah,
fuck?
Flight 24. Yeah. Because you can tell, if it's a passenger plane, and
Yeah.
if it's like another plane. But my cousin was calling me saying, "Oh, my name, this is going on everywhere." So I was seeing her like, "What the fuck you on about?" She's a school teacher as well. You get me for secondary school. I'm like, "What the fuck you on about?" Like Flight 24. So I looked into it myself. And I clocked what she was saying was true, but the main thing I was thinking was the directions that passenger planes fly going around
Yeah.
the world. And then you got the military planes that just go in a straight direction up.
Google it, brought a good read. Can
And
you remember
I just found out that they got a C one, but I don't know what it's called. But they got one where they can measure see what submarines are in the sea.
No, but wouldn't that would be against all policies, that though, wouldn't it? With all the military defences and that.
Nah, like I think it's just boats. Like it's just an app where, like we're seeing when I'm saying that the military planes are going up there. It's not an app just based on the military planes. It's just an app that says that this isn't a passenger plane and this is unknown plane. Basically, it comes up as an unknown plane, so it's a military plane. You know what I mean? And it must be the same with the water in it. You know what I mean? Like these are the boats where they're heading, the ship cargoes, and this is
Yeah,
what's underneath. You know what I mean? That's what I think. I haven't seen it though, innit? I need to look at that.
look at Iran. No planes are flying through because of the war. Well, that's right though. That all planes are flying around Iran.
Look at that. Look at that. This is what I mean, bro. I'm slow. This is what intrigued me because I said my cousin's a mad woman. I didn't want to watch it. She was talking about this and that, the tanks in London coming through. Man, what the fuck? But yeah, that was the main point. When I went on to Flight 24, when you go to Iran, it's a no-fly zone. Go to Ukraine, like on the app, you see no flights going over there. It's called no-fly zones. So that makes sense. I don't know if it's in Iran, but it wouldn't surprise me if there's a no-flight zone around Iran as well. But you can see it visually on that app because you can see that there's no planes. There's no planes going through there. You get me?
There was a plane flying, and I think it must have been the last flights that were going out of Iran. And nowhere they were like, they're in the sky, and they watched a fucking missile just go right past the screening. And I'm like, what the fuck, eh? You reckon you reckon Britain's gonna be in the war?
I think we're sitting ducks, man. I worry about England. I have visions of me just trying to get up further up north as I can and get to Scotland.
Lots of places
England looking to get bombed. If England's looking to get bombed, I'm just going to try get to Scotland or Ireland.
I said that the top of Scotland's probably the safest places, but this UK put out a report saying that Cumbria will be one of the safest places in Britain. But I'm thinking, well, we've got nuclear power plant literally 40 mile away from me right now, and I reckon if that goes up, we're all fucked.
Oh, you got a power plant by you?
Proper big nuclear power plant. It's actually renovating to try and get shut down, but it's going to take years and years and years to get it actually shut down.
Because that's what
But
they're targeting. I'm hearing, innit? Like all of these
Mhm.
war people, they're targeting like the power sources to strip down the power in it. So if England get bombed, would be someone that somewhere like Cumbria that's got a
yeah,
power plant.
yeah. Firstly, if we all sort around all the time, Scotland is a target, so is Cumbria. Sellafield, it's called. It's actually called Sellafield. That is the place. I like the Euro fighters, but I reckon,
All I
like,
know is that Britain and England are two different. I think you get me. Like you got Scotland, you got Scottish money, so I feel like they're not connected to England that are jumping on America. I feel like Scotland has nothing to do with America. It's only England being little begs like people on the internet. You know what I mean? And I feel like Scotland's their own country that will fight their own war. So
well,
I don't connect.
Scotland.
I don't connect them to
Little
like
known, li- little
the
known
war.
fact for you though, Lettz, is if it weren't for Scotland, we would probably not have the money that we had. You look at like the North Sea oil, right? That's where we get our oil. The wind turbines up in Scotland, the fisheries in Scotland, the meats that come from Scotland. Our main supply of income. This is why England and Scotland do not want to be an independent country because we get all our facilities from Scotland.
That's interesting.
That's a known factor. And I had this argument with CU Jimmy on LRs today that our main resources do come from Scotland. Our
Yeah, I just
oil.
see Scotland as England couldn't conquer them because they come from London, from the south, and come all the way up, which is what made England. Took over Birmingham everywhere, but they couldn't take over Scotland. That's why Scottish have got their own currency. And it's the same with Wales. They took over Wales. That's why you got the Prince of Wales. They took over there. They took over Ireland even. They take over people, but they couldn't take over Republic of Ireland or Northern Ireland. You get me?
Yeah.
So you get me? And that's
But
how I see it. I just see Scotland as their own currency and Northern Ireland or Republic of Ireland. I'm not an historian, but one of them, England couldn't take over. So that's why Sinn Féin was sending bombs over to Birmingham. You
yes.
know what I mean? In
Well,
the
you wouldn't fight.
90s, in the
You wouldn't
90s,
fight. You wouldn't fight for this country, though, would you?
I would never fight for my country. I'll only fight for my neighbours.
Realistic, I
I
said the
fight
exact
for
same thing. I
my
wouldn't fight for
mates
this
and my
country at
family. You
all.
know what I mean? No one's putting me in no bunker. You know what I mean? And I've got good friends that are like from everywhere as well. So that's what I say. I just look after my neighbours. Got a Somali neighbour, Indian neighbour, white neighbour. You know what I
See,
mean?
I'm not racist. I'm not racist on the level like of like reform and that, right? I wouldn't like these migrants.
I couldn't
Right?
fight for the whites if you put it like that. That's a good point because this is the most honest discussion I've kind of had. So I'm not saying whites, but I'm saying I wouldn't fight for my country, but I know deep down it's not my country. I know I was brought over here, you know what I mean? So I'm more on a thing like fighting for my neighborhood, if you know what I mean.
And there's another little fact as well. This, you look at the Houses of Parliament, right? Go and find me 10, and don't take this the wrong way, let's 10 black people in the Houses of Parliament.
Yeah, is there any? I don't know. That's what I mean.
When I watch P&Qs on a Wednesday, I've only counted 4.
And if there is any people, they're being forced in there because all of this racial shit, oh, you need to have black people in, that people in. But my point is, they're all controlled, like what you were saying about the hierarchy in it. So
That's all
you
it
get
is.
me? You know what I'm saying? So it's the people above that are controlling everything anyway. You know what I mean?
Well,
But yeah.
I stated it the other day on Facebook that you look at this country with Keir Starmer at the minute. You've got a man that was Justice Secretary. It was so against putting like migrants away that it caused all these murders, all these horrific stuff that goes on with terrorism and all that kind of stuff. And then you've got him backing it up. Now, I will call him a white devil. I really would. No lies about it. I don't like the man. I would never fight for this country, right, under his government. I wouldn't fight it. If I had to, I would bring
You
back.
fight for Cumbria, innit? Fight for
I would
Cumbria.
fight for my county. I really would. I would fight for my county. I would fight on the shores of the county. I wouldn't fight for the full county. What the fuck?
Yeah.
The
And
full
if
country.
England's getting bombed, what the point is, what I'm saying, is if it does happen, and we do see B-2 bombers coming over to bomb England, what we're not used to, we're all going to be looking out for each other. Doesn't matter what colour you are. We're getting bombed. I
Course
might
we
need
are.
to hide in your house. My house might be bombed. Doesn't matter if I'm black. That Asian lady might let me in, or the white lady might let me in because my house is being bombed. And I just think like I can't explain it. That's why I don't
Yeah,
watch the
but there's a
media.
war.
Innit?
There's
You
a
just said
war.
that name, bro. I got this yesterday because you just said that name. What's that name of that guy? You said the president, not president,
Peter
prime minister.
Starmer.
I've never heard of that name. Somebody put it in the comments, and I said, "What does Starmer mean?" This is how
Mm.
much I don't watch the fucking the media. You know what I mean? From 2000, I just had my own little path. You know what I mean? I know the media say,
I've watched it because it's something I used to watch in jail. You've been to jail, like, you know the score. You watch your soaps, you watch this, and it was like sets individual times. So I always watch PMQs over dinner on a Wednesday because I like the arguments. But you are right in what you're saying that you protect your ones, you protect the ones closer to you. You're not going to go and fight for people in London. You don't know no one in London. You don't know no one in Newcastle, Liverpool, Manchester, but your hometown, you will protect.
I'll only protect my family, but I'm letting people off, and I'll protect my neighbors as well. But really, I only want to protect my family. But
That's
if
it.
anyone that lives by me, you're my neighbor. We're all in the same boat, innit?
Of course, million percent. And it's on the lines of look at all the money. It's all money based. It's money this, money that. But England, I watched a little video and it stated it was going back to the World War II, World War One. That England itself, they can't do nothing with tanks. They can't do nothing on land. If you're coming for England, you cannot do nothing on land. That's why we are sitting duck. They can't do nothing in the air, right? Because apparently we've got one of the best air forces in the world. The only way that they can get us is by air and by sea.
Submarines.
That's what I'm saying. You put a nuke into Britain. Let's
Bro,
just say 3 nukes come to Britain. We're all fucked.
of course, bro. 100%. And my point is as well, you know that flight 24 that I was on about? I don't know if I got the word right. Flight Live 24. There's a sea one as well. And that's my point. You can see like all the seas that's leaving. I don't know if you watch Captain Phillips. I love that film.
I
Tom
love
Hanks.
that bit. Oh, with Tom Hanks.
Yeah, big film with the Somalian pirates.
Yeah,
What my
unreal
point is,
film
bro,
that. Eh?
my point sorry, bro. My point is
No.
you can see like the submarines as well on that app, but I don't know what that app's called. But you can see life on sea as well and see if you got an underground, I mean not underground, like a military submarine or you got a cargo ship. You know what I mean?
Mm.
It's like the same thing as what I just said about the flight. The flight, you got me?
But it's on it's where I go back again. We are our own people. You don't see this hierarchy. We all claim benefits. We all work for someone. I've always stated, right, this. Once you're born and you're at a particular age, let's say about 4 or 5, you go to nursery, you go to school, you go to college, you go to work, right? You vote, you pay for your food, you pay for everything. You're always in the system no matter what.
Yeah.
Right? To the day you die for retirement, right? Then you live off your state pension, which comes from the government. So you always are financed by the government. No matter what, the government runs you. And this is why they don't like the likes of drug dealers. They don't like car thieves. They don't like nothing like that because we do not want to work for the hierarchy.
Yeah.
Fuck
Oh, it's
that.
deep that you said that, bro, because this is what I've been saying in it as a father. You get me? And what you just said is kind of switched it. So I agree. Not even a woman have the kids, but I believe that the government and the dad, and then because of the way society is now, and women are all getting angry with baby fathers, they say fuck off. But the government's there to say, don't worry, we'll give you that. So then the women start to say fuck the dad, because you get me, they're getting the money from the government. And I do believe that we're all, even the women, like we're all like mouses, like we're all like literally, what's the word? I'm a bit high, but
You can go off this as well. Let's women's rights and men's rights. They're always going to take women's rights, no matter what. Men, because we are
my
men.
point is though, my point is that we ain't the mum's kids or the dad's kids. I used to say we're not the dad's kids, like the government's the dad. But what you just said kind of makes me think that all of us ain't our parents ain't our parents. Basically,
No,
the
of
systems are parents
course it
because
is.
they control everything in it. And if anything happens, they take your kid away from you. You know what I mean? Go to hospital,
The
whatever. You
system
know what
can
I
come
mean?
and take your child away from you.
You
They
get
can
me?
tell you what you can and can't do with your own child. Well, let's just say for this, social services in this country should hang their heads in shame. Probation services should hang their heads in shame. They're the worst type of people ever. But someone that can come and take your child away from you, right, and put you in a vulnerable state where you're going to react to certain different aspects of life, from drink to drugs to sleeping with a million men, but to get that guilt away because the system has come and taken your child. That is the worst. I hate anyone that goes through the fucking care system.
Yeah, and that's why I'm interested in it because my son went through it. You know what I mean? And it's mad. But yeah,
I
I
went
just
through
feel
it.
like
I
people need
went
to
through
wake
it.
up.
It's fucking horrible. It's
What you
fucking.
went through it. See, so you're someone that I want to speak to. I'm trying to speak to people that have gone through what my son had to go through. Spoke to people that have been in prison, and I want to know. You know what I mean? But there's loads of interesting people, but nobody wants to just be open. I can't say half the shit I've done.
I'll tell
I
you
want to
this.
say my life story, but I know it's going to be mad.
I've done it. I've done it on here. I've spoke out about this numerous times with the care system, right? And I'll be totally honest with you there. Going through the care system, people telling me that I'm not well, that I'm not fucking capable of having a family or anything like that, right? But I put myself into care. I didn't want to be around my parents. I wanted to be a free spirit. Hey,
How'd you put
but
yourself in care though? That's mad to me because I ain't
I
heard
was a
that
little
before.
shit. I was a little
Mm,
shit. I was
mm.
fighting every day, smashing houses. I was fucking thieving. I was fucking doing all sorts, right? And it come to a point where I rejected my mother, I rejected my dad, my grandparents, and everything, right? And I didn't want to be around them. I didn't want nothing to do with them. So I was in school one day, and I said, I'm not going home. I'm not going home. So a social worker come to me,
This is
care,
some real talk, you
you
know.
know,
Carry on,
you,
mate.
to see us. And I'm sitting there, and I'm like, I don't want to go home. And I was smashing up the schools and all sorts. And then it was my nana. My nana had fucking a brain tumor in her head, and there was the only person I would ever care, and the only person I really fucking grew up. I was at my nana's house, and she couldn't care for me, and obviously she was dying. And the day that she died was the day I was in the care home. And the people in that care home were you know what? You get some care homes that can't, like, people hated it. I loved it, to be honest. I got the most support ever from a care home. But
Yeah.
it's I've been in foster care where, where you just come into someone's house and you're like, who the fuck are you? Who are you? I don't know you. And I remember
I
once I
know
was out.
they're thinking, all they're thinking is, when am I going to get paid for this job I'm doing in it? You know what I mean? There's no empathy there. They're just doing it, most of them, for money. You know what I mean?
That's all it is. You want to see, I think it was, what was you? You get a grant for your clothes, and it's like, I think it was £220 every month for your clothes. It was, you get money for toiletries, you get money for food, and they get about £1.5 grand every fucking month just to
Yeah.
look after
And,
you.
and half of them are probably like drinking wine at night. You know what I mean? And spending that money on other stuff. But carry on, mate. It's
But it's,
great that I can't believe that you come up to this topic because this is my mum fostered my cousins. You get me, but I know there's a financial gain in it, so that's why I'm talking
No,
open with
but
you.
I remember the first foster house, like the first foster house that I ever went to was a lad I used to play golf with when I was a boy. And he was a very, very good close friend of me. And I went to the family and I was a little shit. I really was a little shit, lad. And
Mm.
even that family couldn't even cope with my behaviour, with what I was doing. But I speak to that family now, and it's like we laugh about the old days that I used to do. There is good things and bad things, but I've been in the care system where you look at. There was a lad called Ryan that come in, and I'll have to watch what I say here, but his family done something to him, like through the bottom. And I'll put a load allegedly in there. And I remember the lad breaking down on us, and I said, "Why are you in here?" And he told us, and you know what? I felt so sorry for that lad. But there is some
Fucking hell.
horrible, horrible families out there that do some horrendous stuff to kids.
This is what
Fucking
I mean, bro, innit? You get me? And I've been like, my son was in care, and this is why I want to talk to you like this, innit? Because I was speaking to someone else, and I ain't still finished the conversation about foster care, but I just wanted to know what my son was going through. You know what I mean? But end of the day, like what we're saying, we're not the parents, the governments are the parents. I remember not even knowing, like my son's in care, and I'm in contact with him, but he's a lazy bastard, and sometimes he don't go on his WhatsApp, innit?
yeah.
Next thing I know, he's fucking in a different place in a caravan site with some different carers. But
Well,
nobody's told me. No
I
one's
bet
told me.
you as a father, let if you went to to their social services and said, "I want the records. I want to know about my son, what my son's doing." They won't tell you. They won't give you that information
Yeah,
because
it's hard.
it is hard. I've witnessed families do that, and with what I do on Facebook, I talk to a lot of people, and I have heard things like that, where like pedophiles that have worked in like schools and
Li-
colleges and mayors and foster carers, and these people don't even know. You do not know where your child's placed.
I know. This is what I'm
That is
saying.
your
And
child.
I'm trying to, I was trying to speak to him to say, well, go on, but it's a bit awkward. But what's going on there? Because I've heard stuff in it. You know what I mean? That's why I'm speaking to you now, just wondering what go on. But they moved my son to somewhere else, and I'm not acknowledged. You get me? But everyone will just take the piss in it. But I haven't told no one my full story, and I've never dissed his mum. I've
This
never dissed
question
his
here.
mum neither. You know what I mean? Go on, bro. Sorry, man.
You know, I'm gonna have to ban because I don't want things like that in my chat as your title. But there is families out there that have, how can I put it? I went through the NA project in jail, to get clean off the drugs. And you stand
Yeah.
up and you tell your story and how drugs affected you. And there's always someone out there worse than me. That is 1,000,000%. There's always someone worse or someone better off or there's someone educated more. It's just the way you've been brought up. That's the way I see it, Let.
Yeah, it's sad, bro, isn't it, man? It's proper mad.
It's like when I watch you on here, and I don't really say this often, right? Is you listen to people, right? You listen to people and you listen to the stories and you listen to like how they brought up and that. There's always someone on here that's worse off than you. There's always someone out there that's got a bad mental health. There's always someone out there that's struggling. But there's not many people out there that'll open up and talk and actually put their meanings and their words into like sentences to, like I could say to you, let's today. How are you? Are you okay? What you been up to? Right? Like that. Or next minute you just got people going, "You're a non-cis, you're a non-sat," and it's like you're waking up on that morning, coming onto YouTube to get slagged off, on a daily basis, and you think, well, your life must be great for you to come and do that.
Yeah, good point, mate, man. That's what I mean, man. It's true, that, man. Because that's what does my head in. People's negative energy don't bring your energy to me, innit? Know what I mean? Like, I say to you now, you fucking dickhead, Cumbrian true from your argument. I don't expect you tomorrow. In fact, I would expect you to just say, well, go on. Good argument yesterday. Move on. But people just hold shit in and it just carries on for too long.
But
And I
that's what
feel
you
like
get
that.
on.
I feel like
That's
that's
what
draining. You get me?
it is draining, and it drains most people. But on here, you've got drama. Now, drama is the main source of entertainment on this dark corner. It's not the swamp, right? There's people on here that have fucking been here for donkey's years, right? PP that was in the chat, fucking PP was here before me. UK lady, she was here before me. There was, who else has been here? Lindsay Kirkpatrick, PD, Humble Dryer, they were all here before me. What you've got now is a load of people that just come on and speak vulgar about children. And I'm not here to speak about fucking children all the fucking time. It's horrible. And even with the likes of Axel, when people go on about Axel's obviously relative that passed away, I always stood by that lad. Always stood by that lad. For even things like that. But when he's saying it about others, then you're thinking, well, sorry.
No, go on, bro. Do your thing,
You
man.
feel sorry about what others have done. Like ringing social services. I don't agree with that because I've been through that system. You know what I mean? It's horrible. It's horrible. When you watch people on here doing what they do regularly, it's not healthy. It's not something you want to come and watch. I listen to it, but I won't fucking watch what's been said. And the people
I
that
don't
are
mind it. I don't mind it. I just don't like that people are seeing it like it's a sport. And you're Man U, you're Chelsea. You're having arguments, and you're just taking it. You know, if I say something I might be cocky with my words, and you might hold on to that. The next day, just forget it.
yeah, that's how
Otherwise,
it
it's
used.
gonna if you
That's
go
how it
back
used.
and forth, it's gonna drag on for years, which is what
That's
I'm
how it
seeing
used to
everyone
be.
saying now.
That's how it used to be on here. Trust me now. There was two big panels. We had the cesspit, we had exposure TV, right? And anyone that's been here longer than 3 years will tell you this. Once you have an argument on these panels, the day after, they're all fucking pally, best of mates. It was roasting. It was roasting, right? Not getting people triggered, not there using people for fucking their own advantage and trying to manipulate them. It was basically you roasted each other. That's it. I've had roasts with the likes of PDP, a PD, John Smith, fucking Exposure, Cesspit, Erie, all the boys, Andrew J. I've had roasts with them all. But you've got people now that will come daily and speak about children, speaking about you're a bad dad, you're a bad mother. You didn't get that kind of stuff. It was basically stuff that, well, you're a fucking weirdo. You said that on this panel on that day. You said this, and it was just a laugh. That's all
Yeah,
it
you
was.
just basically you're a dickhead, and not your family are dickheads, but you're just a dickhead, basically. I know what you mean.
Basically, that's all. That's all you had on here. And then you've got people bringing up, like personal stuff, Now
Mm.
that's weird to me. Very, very weird.
And
Yeah.
you don't do that neither.
I was so
Have you
against
done it? Have you
Doxing.
done it? Because I clashed you with like Axel, but then I started to gravitate kind of more towards you when
I'll
I
tell you
saw
about
that
me.
stuff up there.
I'll tell you about me, right? If you piss us off, right, I will find out everything about you. Right? That's the way I've
Yeah,
always been.
that's what I don't agree with. You get me?
Not that kind of way.
No, it's cool. No, it's cool. I get it. You know,
I was
as I said,
always
I'm on
against
different
Doxing.
tables to people,
Ask
different
anyone on
clubs.
this platform
But my
that I
point
was
is,
so
I
against
couldn't
it.
do that. But carry on, mate. Sorry.
But no, but I was so against doxing, right? And I made a big scene of it years
But
ago.
that's doxing, no?
No, but would you want people talking about your kids, right? Or your loved ones, right? And hide their face on a panel, right? When these people need to be outed for what they say on a YouTube platform.
Yeah.
Know what I mean? If
Yeah.
you're sitting here talking like the likes of Gypsy Dave, right? I'll use him as an expression. He'll talk sensibly and talk about normal stuff. I wouldn't care what you look like. It's like Beezy. I wouldn't care what he says, right? Because he speaks normally. If you're coming on here speaking like an absolute reject, speaking absolutely vulgar, Well, I want to know who the fuck you are because you're not speaking about my relatives. You're not speaking about my family. And if I find out who you are, I'll fucking slap you one day if I ever
I
see
know
you.
what you mean.
You know what
Yeah,
I mean?
I know what
I'm
you
not
mean.
one of these. I'm not one of these. Say, for instance, I'm not going to come and look for you. I want to know who the fuck
It's
you
only
are.
when people attack you, innit?
Yeah, that's only what you'll get with me.
Yeah.
And that's a total difference between me and Axel is that Axel will go out and try to fucking ruin your full life.
For nothing.
For nothing. Just for clicks and
Great
views.
point, mate. Great point. This is a psychology talk, man. Good point.
Mm-hmm. But you'll get people on here that are classed as troll. I class everyone on here as a troll because we've got an opinion, right?
Not me though, not me.
No, but everyone's got an opinion on it, right? That's just what I believe. You've got a different belief. It's like religion. You've got a belief. I've got a belief. We're all not going to be the same belief. You're not going to be the same religion. You're not going to act the same. You're not going to like follow through with what this person said or that person said. Everyone's got a different opinion about someone on here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's that simple where I can pick my fights wisely on here. I'll laugh at people when they talk about me because laughter is the best form of pissing someone off on here. Just laugh at them. Don't go back and forward. Just sit there and fucking laugh at them because that pisses them off 10 times. Talk over them. Make sure your mic's up. Screenshot and record. And that's the way you do it. You don't let these fucking clowns win because I'd rather just be an app. It's called putting on a persona. I'm fucking brilliant at doing it, right? And I don't trust no one. If you trust someone on this platform, Lettz, you're a fucking idiot.
Yeah.
Do not trust no one. I'm telling you now. Don't even if they think you're the best friends on it. Don't fucking trust them. I've had people on here shit on me tenfold when I thought they were my mates. And I classed Axel as a mate.
I learned from this. I learned from like you're giving me the psychology lesson because remember I said at the start it was you and Axel Swamp King, so I used to crash you like him. You both think you're bad. You both ducks. You both do mad shit. No, that's what I thought at the start. But then after a bit, I realised, oh, fucking hell, Axel's a bit mad. And then I realised you're separate persona on your side of your channel, innit? You know what I mean? Because you can easily be guilty with association when you're both on the same channel.
You will, yeah,
You know what I mean?
you will get a lot of blame for being in connection with people. It's like you've got the Scouts connection, you'll have people from Liverpool backing each other up. You've got people from different corners like Facebook, YouTube, Instagram that'll back each other up. Different groups, that's all you've got, really.
Yeah, I just back no one up and I don't sit on no table.
Way, bro. The best way. Back no one, trust no one. And always screenshot and record because that's 10 times down the line. Someone will manipulate something that you said.
Yeah, someone told me the other day, I said, how do you record? And then he explained how to record on my phone. But I would have their shit.
Fucking.
If I could record. Like when I'm big on certain calls.
Why is this ball getting timed out? Who the fuck's timing him out? Tell him to come under the coming through 3.0. I'll mod him up. It won't get timed out.
You got the hiccup.
Yeah, but I've just drunk too fast. But the things that you've got, right, is people on here, right, will follow a narrative to suit their own narrative. They'll lie about something just to piss you off. The biggest word that I hate the fucking most is triggered. Triggered. And that's all people want to do is get a reaction out of you because they think that they're getting something over you.
My biggest thing, what pisses me off, good that you said that, is when people laugh thinking that they've triggered you, but they haven't triggered me, and that pisses me off. Yeah, like I'm not actually triggered, but they're laughing, saying, "Oh, he's triggered," and I'm not triggered, and that does my fucking head in. I need to psychologically know how to deal with that.
I'm the fucking best. I'm the best at it.
I'm not bothered, but they're pissing me off because they think I'm bothered. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Fucking outside, still in the fucking back chat. I forgot about it. I'm just gonna put the link off. What's second? See who wants to come. If you want a proper conversation, jump up. Don't fucking come up and fucking start with your shit because I can't. You know what? I'm actually enjoying this conversation. It's been a good fucking time since I've had a crack. But but you've got lads on here. Have been on here for a very long time, and they are roasters, and they have come from a community where they will help people. You'll always have someone on here trying to help someone, but you'll always have someone on here that has a worse background than you. You know what I mean? Yeah.
I don't mind about the outing.
No,
You know what I mean?
some people.
But I get outed, but I forget it the next day. But some people just keep coming when they get
Thing
outed.
said here, it's a good one, Ash. This is how it should be. But I've watched Let's basically, and this is why I told them to come up because I have seen good in your Let's, and you can have a good conversation. But a lot of people will just target fucking Let's for no reason, and I'm thinking, what is it because of his colour? Is it because of who he is? Fuck that. That's why I do I sit and watch Black Caller, right? I don't comment. I'm not a regular in there, but he does say valid points. He actually does say valid points. And you'll have a lot of people proper negative the behaviours and what they do. It's sad. Like I watched a Black Caller get absolutely ridiculed for a coffee link. But you've got people putting the PayPals out every 20 seconds.
They're all doing it. Okay, no, it's mad, isn't it?
Yes, Gail, just seeing you in there, love. Hope you well, love. Sorry,
Good point. It's
you know
mad,
what I'm
innit?
saying? There's a lot of things out, and you know when you want to come and roast me, lads, right? Or you want to have a back and forth with me, I'll just pick up on the small things, realistically. And that's what I didn't like about this Northern King, because even with the likes of J.O.J., I like that lad. I think that lad's actually all right. I love the conversations he has with his dad. I think they're fucking brilliant. But
Yeah. I'm same. No, I'm agreeing with you.
You've got clowns that'll just run and run and run. And the worst thing I heard in the last year was this community needs to come together to get rid of this person. No, well, that's pack mentality. But hey, this is a free app. You can come and watch what you want. Hey, it's free. I can subscribe. I can unsubscribe. It does not matter. It doesn't matter.
It's not down to you. It's down to the app who fucking comes in.
Know what I've said? Alice, if you're reading this, say something, mate. I know who was timing you out. Who's timing him out? I need to fucking find out how you unblock people. It's okay to have a bit of banter on here, but when they take it offline and try to get you arrested, it's gone too far, and that's what people do. And that's the sad thing, Hamish, at the minute. You watch people nowadays, and they'll run to the police, they'll run to the authorities, and they'll try to take you through fucking allegations and false allegations, and just to try and get one up on you. Well, this is YouTube. It's just a fucking laugh.
I think it's embarrassing, bro. As you said, you've been in jail, innit? So anyone that's jumping on the internet and having an argument and wasting police time over some bollocks, call 101 and wait fucking 28 days or whatever to get your response. Don't be calling 999.
Like I played someone the other week. Obviously, I've got mental health, and I won't lie about it. I'm not going to sit here and fucking play on it. But I go to the police station, to do my meetings with mental health. And I was sat in there, and I played them all at a fucking belt, a little game. I said, I want to make a report about such and such and such and such. Muted up when I needed to mute up. And they've all went along with it. And I think, well, fucking ring up if you've got a fucking problem. Ring up and find out. But it's silly little things where I watch people getting used and abused on here, right? And I've watched it for a hell of a long fucking time where a lot of people are getting used to fuck on here. And you know what? It's sad. Sad. I've watched it with Andy. I've watched it with other people on here. Even Axel himself, he doesn't know that he's getting played a fucking blinder. But I'm not going to sit there.
But are you saying Axel a blinder, though? He's just blinding himself. Like, no one... He's just his own man. I don't think he can get manipulated by anyone in that sense. So what do you mean a bit? Fuck Axel. I'm just saying, and it doesn't come across
yeah.
like.
Fuck him out. Tell
I
him
don't know.
he'll dig
I
his
don't
own
know we
fucking
can
hole.
manipulate someone like Axel, innit? I don't really, unless
But
it's like Crafty Cow or donations.
well,
You get
that's
me?
where I was coming next day. Where he's getting all this money off Crafty Cow, but Crafty Cow's making him look like an absolute fucking tool. Fuck.
See, I
I'm gonna,
don't know the ins and
I'm
outs,
gonna,
man.
I'm gonna make you wear fucking pineapple glasses or a Hulula shirt. Fucking, I'm gonna make you wear a fucking
Oh
kilt.
my god!
And I'm sitting there.
Now,
I said that. I said that. I went, "What the fuck are you doing?" I said, "This isn't the lad I brought from under the rock, onto YouTube and trying to make a name with him for himself. He's a good fucking panelist. You just making yourself look like a cunt."
Okay, now man's in a miniskirt dancing and like he's
Oh
in
my god! I
fucking
was like,
Hawaii.
"You're just making yourself look embarrassing, mate." Like realistically, you go on there, you watch him, and it's like looking at.
It's not even him though. It's me looking behind it. The psychologist in me. So I'm thinking, why is Crafty Cow doing that? You know what I mean? So she's weird. You know what I mean? And Andy said she bought him 2 thongs. So she's obviously a weird fucking crafty lady, isn't it?
Yeah, very weird individual. And then I watched all 3 of them. I watched fucking Neil Chicken Nugget. Like, he can't get out of bed. You've got Andy that can't come off a couch. And then you've got Axel that doesn't come out of his shed. And these people are meant to be relevant in life. Realistically, like, then they're
No,
all just sitting
honestly,
there
man.
smoking.
Honestly,
They're all sitting there smoking
I
bong.
see you walking about in the street. You know what I mean?
Like, literally walking out, right? Doing something with a day-to-day life. When I used to watch him fish, I thought, right, good little thing. I'll watch this for a while if he catches out. And then I'm watching 3 people that can't do fuck all with their lives sitting there smoking bongs.
Oh yeah, they're all on the bongs as well, innit? I don't smoke
Like,
bongs, man.
literally, I don't mind people smoking weed. I couldn't really give a flying fuck. But when you're looking like the cast of fucking Shameless, the reprobate version, like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, Axel, realistically, mate, I brought you on here to be a roaster, not a fucking poncer.
Yeah, he brought him up to like be your backup like a soldier, but he didn't turn out like a soldier, innit?
All he turned out, there's a big thing on here. If you ever go and type in my name on here, go and look at me 4 years ago on here. It's the exact same thing that Axel's doing right now. Money talks, mate. Money does talk.
Remember you saying that earlier.
Mm.
Yeah, I forgot to say as well. I was listening to it earlier. I don't know if you was earlier on your channel or someone else's, but you
Oh,
do
man.
talk a lot of sense in that, man. Do you get me? And like
Just-
you're like a psychologist a bit. That's why I
Um,
listen to people. You get me?
not psychology, it's criminology.
No, but some people play dumb and that, innit? Like you don't play dumb. You know what I mean?
Oh,
But
you
you know what
play
I
dumb
mean?
on
Like
here. I can make myself look
you
like the
have a
biggest
laugh
tit on
in it.
here.
Yeah, just have a laugh, but you're not dumb. You know what I mean? That's my point. But there's
That's what
only
I'm
a
saying.
few. There's only a
That's what I'm
few
saying.
though.
That's what I'm saying. I can make myself look like like the biggest tit on here. I can sit and roast you, right? Then I can talk sensibly. Then I can fucking tell you stories, and then I can do this. I can do that. I
You
can
do it all. You can do it
I
all.
can't do it all, really. And this is what
Jack
these
of all
people
trades.
do.
Hey,
But
I'm gonna
that's
start
me
calling you
being
Jack.
me. I'll put a community page out here tonight for you, and I'll tag you in it. And it's me on my very first ever fucking live, and it was with PP, right, on an open panel, because I only used to use the YouTube function, and it was me on my first proper live. I used to talk like this and very, very nervous and couldn't speak, but now I'll just flow. I'll flow with the boat. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man.
Let's read a comment. I went fishing at my local river. The only thing I caught was a little trolley. Fucking hell. You know what I really want to try? Magnet fishing.
Yeah, that sounds good, doesn't it?
Neo doesn't get out of bed and Axel doesn't get out of his shed. That's a fact. They don't. Like, I'm watching, right? And I do watch him. I'll keep a fucking eye on him, right?
It's always just disabled people, not being rude, because I've been ridiculed talking with GC, Joey Bobo, having a laugh about Neo, and they don't really know him, and I said he got shot up his ass, but everyone's offended by it. But what's my point? What's my point?
It's right, though, isn't it? It's like he seems a nice lad. He seems a nice lad, but fucking
You
when
need
there's
to stay over America, innit, man? I hate fucking people trying to invade England and that.
bring
And
back
I'm fucking
Obama.
Somalian, and I'm Somalian.
Yeah, everyone has to take a break from the dark side of YouTube from time to time. If you watch it every day, it would drive you insane. That's that. You know what? That's a good fucking point. It does drive you insane. Every last aspect of this corner just drives you mental. It's not healthy. And no one can say that this YouTube ain't addictive. It is addictive. Guarantee when you wake up in the morning, right? You'll have a little flick on, see what's been said, or see who's fucking live, and see what's been getting said. I've done this. I've been recalled twice for YouTube, right? For what the shit I've done on here. I've come back out. I've jumped on it. I've had a little gansy. I've had a fucking live or two, and then you draw them back in. It just fucking I'll tell you what, it's like heroin. This fucking corner of YouTube. It's fucking mad.
Yeah, because I want to watch normal stuff. I don't watch telly. So I want to watch crime documentaries and shit. But something could pop up saying this person's live. Then there'll be someone in the chat that makes me laugh anyway. So it might be you. You get me? And then I'm already, like you said, into it. But really, I wanted to watch something else.
like realistically, I would say I've 3 channels at the most. Well, I'll say 4. I watch a lot of Tunes. When Tunes is on a Saturday night, I have a fucking giggle watching. And Beezy, I think that's one of the best channels on here. Fly Me to the Moon.
Beezy's grown on me.
Oh, Beezy's good. I enjoy watching him. Fly Me to the Moon, where he just talks football and normal stuff. And who's the other one I started watching?
Society X, have you watched that?
No.
Go on Society X, man, because you've got like a brain a bit like me, just real talk and that, you get me? And it's like open-minded, talking about conspiracies, talking about drugs and shit. It's just, you get me? I like that channel. That's my favourite channel, Society X is.
Oh, and fucking like Sir Tony Burkett and that. I watch people where I'm like, I'll listen and just talk. I laugh about my own disabilities and blame the brain surgeon the work has done on my brain. As you crack me up at times, I swear to God, though, it's right, though. We should all do a class action and sue YouTube for millions damage to our health.
Imagine that. Yeah, YouTube, for all the trouble YouTube's caused, they need to be fucking trillions back to the society.
I done a
And
petition.
Facebook.
I done a petition years ago on here. It was a 24-hour live, and it was, see, when you got names like Hamish and Graham here, right? People should actually be under the real names, because it's weird how people do not know who you are, and they can say what they want, do what they want, and if you take it through a court of law or you do cyber crimes with the police and that, it takes months and months and months and months. And most of these apps are American based, so it takes even longer to go and get what you need.
Yeah, I don't think any apps have come from Europe, to be fair. I think they're, I don't know if you've seen the film, I forgot what it's called, but that something Zuckerberg.
Oh, yeah. What's it called? Fucking, I've watched that.
You know, like the uni film, and then they make up Facebook, and that's when Facebook
They go through
started.
the uni and they robbed it off the 2 twins. I can't remember what the fucking twins are called. What's it called? Anyone in the chat know?
Well, it's that Zuckerberg guy, though, innit? Because he's the one that made Facebook.
Good fucking, it's him out of fucking Zombieland, innit, that runs it. Jesse Eisenberg.
I forgot his name, man.
Oh, what's the fucking thing called?
I hope we're on about the same film now. I hope we are.
I know what you're on about, because it's the 2 rowers, the 2 twins,
Yeah.
and then the fucking lad. I've seen it. It's a good film. It's a very, very good film.
Oh, he robs the idea, innit?
It robs the idea, and then tries to sue him in jail for fucking millions and millions, and then I think he's business coming to the billions, and he paid them off a couple of, I think it's No, it's not east. East is east. It's not that.
East.
But they go fucking. I think he only paid him off. I think was it like fucking 10 million or in between 10 to 50 million. I'm sure that's right. The Social Network. That's it. The Social Network. That's it. That's what it's called.
Yeah, Social
That's a
Network.
million. Hey, what a film that is.
Not much people are seeing that though. I don't think.
No, fucking hell, that come out when I was young, man. I think that come out when I was young. Yes,
I forgot the guy's name,
whoever you
but
are.
I'm sure it's the guy from fucking what's the other film?
Zombieland. He was in. What's he fucking been in? He
No
was in
way,
that.
Catch Me If You Can or something. Not Catch Me If You Can. Like
Catch
a
me if you can.
magician
1, 2,
film.
and 3. He was a magician in that one.
Yeah,
What's
magician film. I can't remember.
Zombieland. He was in. He's been in a good few films. He was in Batman. You know the Batman versus Superman. He was in that as the. Was it the Riddler or something like that? Oh, what's his name? Come on, guys. What's his fucking name? But fucking, it's mad, eh? Honest to God. So what's plans for the rest of the night, let's? What's cracking up all night, or?
Fuck all, mate, man. I'm just gonna be on my phone. Just wait, have a banter and that, innit? Literally, mate, man. Won't lie, man. Smoking a spliff, drinking a drink.
Yeah, man. Right, I'm gonna call it a night. But nah, proper. I'm just gonna do it once a week. You can come in anytime you want. You've
Yeah,
always got a space on this panel, lad. But no, every
yeah.
Friday I'm just gonna go live. I can't be asked kind live for a week, but I have got a gaming channel. If you've got a console or out, just jump on.
Yeah, I don't really do the gaming and that, but yeah, man. What was I gonna say to you as well? I forgot. Yeah, I don't know if he's signing off for the night, but I'm waiting for
No,
someone to go live and that, innit?
why don't you set up your own little channel? I think you'd be a good little fucking. I think you'll do quite good.
Nah, I probably will, man. If when I go back home and that, innit?
Right, no, you've got a good little attitude to you. You know, I think you would thrive on it a lot.
Yeah, I need you as my co-host.
Anytime, lad. I'm always available to someone that can talk fucking sense. I'm gonna make this into a video, to be honest. I've enjoyed this conversation. It's been fucking great, eh?
Yeah,
Takes
just
away from all the
natural, innit?
fucking stuff.
Natural, innit?
Mhm. But nah,
But big up. What was I gonna say though? Go on, sorry. Bro.
Don't let these weirdos get to you, lad. Honest.
Never, man.
They're just silent, man.
Never,
Just-
mate.
Just laugh.
It does get stressing, but you get me. But never that. I'm too strong for that.
Always, bro, always. But nah,
But jump on thingies later, innit? If he goes live, tunes is another banter.
I'll always get time to tunes. And if anybody out there thinks that I'm this fucking child doxer or whatever it is in fucking Jaleesi's back chat, PP's put it up. So there's all my accounts for StreamYard. Go and do what you want. They're all linked to this phone and that phone as a sitting account. So really couldn't give a fucking shit. But yeah, no, spot on, eh? I'll sign you out here, cuz, and then I'll just say my goodbyes.
Yeah, chat to you in a bit, bro.
All right, cuz.